Welcome back, you guys. In today's News Daily video, I'm going to break down the 3 stories that have been doing the rounds today. Now for the first one, I'm going to react to and give my impressions on the new kit leaks for next season. For the other 2 stories, we have more updates surrounding Paulo Dybala. It seems like news keeps intensifying daily now, and it seems like maybe these reports are a lot more concrete than we originally thought. And for the final story, I'm going to discuss Fikayo Tomori. It seems like he's destined at this point in time to be signing for AC Milan, and let's hear the latest reports surrounding the story that keeps on developing, you guys. So I hope you enjoy. Remember to smash that like button if you love the content, the channel, the news. I want to go over 2,000 likes for today's video, and without wasting no more time, let's kick things off by breaking down the new kit leaks for next season. Now, we are seeing some interesting developments for next season's kit. I have to say, when I saw the prediction from Pretty Headlines, I liked it. I thought, okay, I can definitely get behind this kit. It can definitely grow on me even more. I liked how uniform it was with the zigzags. However, leaks came out showing the final version of the home kit for next season, and to be honest, you guys, I'm very disappointed. I like uniformity. I'm about minimalism. You know, I like my style, you know what I mean? And I just don't like how there's this like mishmash between zigzags and like this rectangular block pattern down the right hand side. It makes it too busy, it makes it a bit too messy, and for me it makes it a bit too childish too. Like this season's kit, the home kit, that definitely grew on me, and for me, easily one of the best kits that I've seen us wear for a long time. You know, it's classy, the blue color is on point, getting the blue is very important. And yeah, I think it's an absolute beautiful kit. This kind of feels like a step down. I think the color combo, the electric yellow and the blue, it does go quite nice, but you know, I understand a bit of boldness, a bit of funkiness behind the design, but it feels a bit too busy having our blocks and zigzags as doing the most, in my personal opinion. But you know, we've seen some other concepts surrounding the black and yellow away kit, it seems like, and what's funny is that last year I told you guys to expect there to be a black and yellow kit. Now I got it wrong, and at the time I thought that was going to be the colorway for this season. At the time I thought that was going to be the colorway for this season, but I got it wrong. It was for next year's kit, and again, we haven't seen the final designs behind it. However, what I'm seeing from the concepts, shout out to the graphic designers putting in the work, producing these unreal graphics, and it's just like, you know, at what point is Nike or some of these companies gonna, you know, hire some of these graphic designers and make the kits that they're putting out there? Like, I don't understand how concept kits consistently keep looking better. I don't understand how concept kits keep consistently looking better than the original kits we get. You know, the black and yellow one I'm seeing, if it looks like this, then we are definitely onto a winner for sure, you guys. I don't know. I felt like the new home kit for next season was showing potential, and then it feels like it got fumbled right at the end. I don't know who just allowed that to just come off in the end, but yeah, you know, what can we do? Maybe I'll keep an open mind when I actually have it on. It's completely different to when, you know, you're actually seeing it from the screen. I remember the third kit, the away kit this season, everyone was calling it the Crystal Palace kit. When you see that it's actually pink, and when you actually have it, it gives off a completely different vibe. It looks a lot better, in my personal opinion, and I'm going to keep my mind open to see what happens when I actually have it. So, you guys, comments below. How do you feel about this kit? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let us know below. Now, we move on to the second story today. More reports surrounding Dybala, and I got to keep this real with you guys. When I first put this story like a few weeks back, I assumed this was going to be a one-off report. At the time, we knew that Dybala was in contract extension talks with Juventus, and naturally, if you want to get the deal you want, the contract you want, if you put pressure on Juventus by showing that you have interest from across Europe, especially in the Premier League where clubs have the money to be able to spend whatever they want on wages, then that's going to boost your opportunities to get the contract you want. The reality is though, it seems like Dybala is destined to be leaving Juventus this season. Juventus have been struggling financially due to COVID, and they need to revamp their squad. They're planning to make a massive move for Paul Pogba, and the best way to do that in their financial constraints is by selling Paulo Dybala, a player that has struggled tactically under Pirlo this season. So today we're going to break down the reports coming out from Italy, coming out from France, and they're saying that we won't be signing Dybala for 40 million euros, For that price, he's out our price range, but there is a silver lining. And Juventus are very open to doing a player exchange plus money to allow DYBALA to leave. Immediately, I know what you guys are thinking. There's been many a player that Juventus have been interested in signing from us. The main two ones being Jorginho, with the most prominent one being Emerson, where I reported in a previous video a few weeks back that Juventus have red marked Emerson because they want him to be that successor to Sancho playing left back. They need options there, they need to re-strengthen, and it feels like us and Juventus could do absolutely beautiful business to get a deal like this done. Now I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions. For me, Emerson's value, we know, is set around between like 18 million. Deduct that from the 40 million that Juventus want for DYBALA. Could there be a possibility here that Emerson plus, I don't know, 25 million could be enough to let DYBALA leave? I would not be surprised. Juventus have expressed long-term interest to make this deal happen finally. It feels like, under these metrics, this could be the best way to get a deal like this done. Now, for me though, if DYBALA is really being looked at, this can only imply that we are looking to revamp the attack for next season. Now, it's obvious that next season we're only going to use a 4-3-3 and a back three system, and you know, considering that Tuchel wants more of his attacking players to be playing more between the lines, more in central areas, you know, playing closer to each other too, I feel like this would ultimately get the best out of Paulo DYBALA very easily. I mean, that completely suits his game. He's very comfortable playing in those central areas. You know, he's got great feet, great close control. His left foot, for me, is one of the best left foots in Europe. I know he's been injured a bit, so the minute you're injured, your stock goes all the way down. But let's not forget, last season, which was like a few months back, this guy was absolutely on fire for Juventus. And at his age, 27, prime of his career right now, you know, coming to the Premier League where we know that Tuchel is going to rotate our attack, where he's going to add a new dimension potentially to our attack as well, and considering that he can also play up front as a false nine and also in the cam positions too. For me, who would be the attacking players to let go to fund a move like this? Could someone like Tammy be up for sale? Could someone like Pulisic be up for sale? I mean, it feels like players who aren't content with their game time are going to be the ones most likely to want to leave, and if that's the case, which would be very disappointing, I'm going to put that out there, very disappointing. Naturally, a club like us, the business we do, you know, we have to go in the market to sign replacements. So for me, DYBALA would interest me, especially if we can get him for a very competitive price. I feel like sometimes you just can't say no to deals like this, and I think that in a new environment, playing under a new manager like Tuchel that plays a style of football that would really suit him extremely well, I feel like this could be a bit of a no-brainer. But you guys, in the comments below, how do you feel about this? Do you still feel like DYBALA, for a good price, involved in a player exchange deal, is still not the way to go? Then of course let us know below, and if you agree, tell me why you think DYBALA is the guy to sign as well. And now we end things with a final report. We're going to discuss Tomori, and to be honest, it seems like he is destined now to be signing for AC Milan. I mean, the amount of praise coming out from so many former AC Milan legends. I mean, if you're a young centre-back, hearing Paolo Maldini praising you, hearing reporters suggesting that you're much better than De Ligt, a player that costs 85 million euros for Juventus to sign, you know, that's only going to boost your confidence. That's only going to make you feel wanted, feel loved. It feels like there's definitely like a media campaign as well to really get Tomori to love AC Milan even more, which, I mean, it's quite obvious that he's fallen in love with them already, you guys. And now the latest reports are suggesting that AC Milan aren't far away from completing the signing. Now, we know that back in January, the two main centre-backs that they were looking at were Simakan and Tomori. Simakan left for RB Leipzig, but it only took a bid of around 15 million to get that deal done. And that means right now that Milan have 15 million out of the 28 million already to sign Tomori. Now with Milan, they're hoping that once UCL football is guaranteed. In the table right now, they are second. When they know UCL is guaranteed, that means that they can cough up the rest of the money because financially they will be able to afford it. And the reality is, our four defenders at the club are doing very well. For some reason, we're in the market to sign another centre-back. And if that's the case, then there's obviously no room, no spot for Tomori to come back into the team. Make of that what you will. Of course, very disappointing, but for some reason, you know, I don't know why, but there's no patience behind some of the younger players. With Tomori, we've seen his quality. We know what he's about. Of course, he had a few quirks to iron out his game, but you know, sometimes you see experienced players allowed to make mistakes time and time again and still keep their place compared to the younger ones. It does feel like it's not fully fair, in my personal opinion. Already, he has displaced Romagnoli, and I remember a few seasons back that many people in the fan base were vouching for Romagnoli, wanted him signed desperately. I wasn't too excited, I wasn't too gassed, and for very good reason. I mean, I could cynically say our 5th best defender has replaced Milan's best defender in like what? In the space of a month. And as I keep saying, our academy is one of the best in the world for a reason. It was really no surprise to me that Tomori was going to bang at AC Milan. I hope it continues. Let's see what happens as the season does go on. It feels a bit mad that we can let go of a talent like Tomori, especially when he's so highly rated back in Italy too. But you guys know that's Chelsea Football Club. Let's see what happens. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. Thank you for watching. I'm the EFC, this is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.